Domingo Germán was one of the Yankees' most dependable pitchers in 2019, and the way he began the season, he was actually one of the best pitchers in baseball for a long stretch. He began the 2019 season going 9-1 with a 2.60 ERA, and on August 13th, he was 16-2 with a 3.96 ERA with 124 strikeouts in 116 innings and a .228 batting average against. He was looking like a legitimate future front-of-the-line starter. He had completed at least 6 innings of work in 12 of his 20 starts and had completed 7 innings of work 3 times. The future was bright. He was breaking out in a big way. At just 26 years old, I was thinking this guy could be a mainstay in the rotation for maybe a decade. But then over his next several starts, his next 4 starts in fact, he had a 5.66 ERA and then he got shifted to the bullpen. It was pretty clear that he wore down and that his stuff just wasn't as crisp. His spin rate was dropping, his fastball lost a tick, and he was just giving up more home runs and not pitching as deep into the game. His last 2 appearances, though, were out of the bullpen, and they were tremendous. 4 shutout innings against Detroit, and then 2 1/3 shutout innings against the Angels, and then he ultimately was suspended by Major League Baseball for the domestic violence policy, and was going to miss most of 2020, but then the season was shortened, and he ended up missing the entire season. Ultimately, he didn't suit up at all in the majors or the minors because there was no minor league season. And Domingo was pretty much distraught over this. He even talked about retiring, which concerned Yankees fans and caused the Yankees organization to have a long conversation with him to try and get his head on straight. With the addition of Corey Kluber and Jameson Taillon, the Yankees have filled out their rotation with guys who have, let's be honest, a history of injuries. And if one of those guys goes down, it almost certainly opens up a spot for Domingo Germán in 2021. Otherwise, Domingo's probably going to compete for the number 5 spot in the rotation with Deivi Garcia and top pitching prospect Clarke Schmidt. Because he wore down in 2019 near the end of the season, though, and because he pitched so well out of the bullpen and then didn't pitch at all in 2020, I don't think it's a huge leap on my part to think that he could be headed for a bullpen spot, and I honestly think that that might be the best spot for him. He's got an upper 90s fastball, a great curveball, and as a reliever, he has a career 199 batting average against and a 2.48 career ERA as a relief pitcher, as opposed to 4.92 as a starter. In 40 innings as a reliever, he's got 52 strikeouts and allowed just 29 hits and 3 home runs. So he's a really, really good relief pitcher. If the Yankees put him in the rotation, he'll probably be pretty good for a while and then get tired in the second half during the most important games of the season. Or they could just stick him in the bullpen, and they could have a David Robertson type pitcher, a guy with a big fastball, 95 plus, and a really, really good 12-6 curveball who misses bats, can keep guys off of base, and can give you multiple innings if needed. I really like Domingo Germán for the Yankees bullpen. I think that's where he's going to end up, and I think he would be really, really effective as a relief pitcher. Just my 2 cents. If you are new to the channel, here's a rundown of what you'll find here this season. Pre-game shows and post-game reactions from most Yankees games. I also do a podcast, 15 to 20 minutes if it's solo, 30 to 45 if I have a guest. Also prospects, rumors, and breakdowns. And don't miss the Martian Tracker, where I will post periodic updates of the Yankees' #1 prospect, Jasson Dominguez, as he makes his way to the major leagues. Please like and subscribe. It helps other Yankees fans find the channel. I'll see you next time.